What if a simple camping trip turned into a nightmare of survival, where the real monsters weren't just outside, but inside you? Nick Cutter's The Troop is a chilling, relentless horror novel that grips listeners with its raw intensity, blending body horror, psychological suspense, and the fragile bonds of friendship into a story that will haunt you long after it ends. The novel begins with Scoutmaster Tim Riggs, who takes his troop of 5 teenage boys on their annual camping trip to a remote island off the coast of Prince Edward Island. What should have been a weekend of bonding and adventure quickly spirals into terror when a mysterious, emaciated stranger stumbles into their camp. The man is infected with something horrifying, an insatiable parasite that consumes its host from within, turning hunger into a weapon and spreading with terrifying speed. As the infection takes hold, the boys are thrust into a desperate fight for survival. Cut off from the mainland with no way to call for help, they must confront not only the monstrous threat of the parasite, but also the darkness within themselves. Fear, paranoia, and desperation unravel their friendships, exposing the brutal instincts that emerge when survival is at stake. Each boy faces his own demons. Courage, cruelty, loyalty, and betrayal collide in a harrowing test of character. The island becomes a crucible, stripping away innocence and forcing them to confront the primal truth of humanity. When pushed to the edge, who will you become? Nick Cutter masterfully combines visceral horror with psychological depth, crafting scenes that are both terrifying and emotionally charged. The audiobook format intensifies the dread, immersing listeners in the claustrophobic atmosphere of the island and the escalating tension between the boys. Every moment pulses with suspense, every revelation cuts deeper, and every choice carries the weight of survival. At its core, The Troop is about the fragility of civilization and the monstrous potential lurking within us all. It's a survival horror tale that is as thought-provoking as it is terrifying. Perfect for listeners who crave intensity, dread, and unforgettable storytelling.